Yeah, please come in.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Have a seat, Samir.
Thank you. Thanks.
We have just interacted with your younger brother.
Yes.
He must.
Yes.
Tell me something about yourself in 3-4 sentences first.
Sir, my name is Samir Goel. I hail from Bhopal. I am currently working as an officer in Reserve Bank of India, Navi Mumbai. And previously, I have been an engineer as an electrical and electronics engineer, and also worked in the IDBI bank for 9 months. And since 2017, working in the RBI.
Now your name is Samir. What does it mean in Hindi?
Sir, it means Vayu Pavan Hava Ka Choka, or something pleasant.
It is an Urdu word as well.
Yes, sir.
What does it mean in Urdu?
Sir, I don't remember correctly, but it means something that brings pleasure. Something that brings pleasure. Like
it has two meanings: companion, and in Quran it is beneficial.
Beneficial.
Your optional is sociology.
Yes, sir.
You didn't opt for any engineering subject or any science subject.
Yes, sir, I didn't opt for it.
You were selected in RBI, as you said, as assistant and then as manager. You have appeared number of times for Indian Forest Service.
Yes, sir.
But unfortunately could not get through. Why? Any reason? In hindsight, can you think what happened? What would have happened?
So firstly, initially I was not able to clear prelims of that forest. Different prelims is there. And secondly, sir, mains I was not able to do well in the optional papers. Not got enough time to prepare also. So that is okay.
And same with civil services examination.
Civil service examination preparation was much better than forest, but my presentation may not be up to the mark in my first mains. That is why I was not able to clear that.
And you were in your college badminton team.
Yes, sir.
So both brothers play badminton.
Yes, sir.
Who got Khel Ratna this year for badminton?
So Mr. Chirag Shetty and Satvik Rank Reddy, the doubles pair of India.
Right. Now I have seen that you have given Nagaland as your last preference in your last zone.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Why so? Why don't you want to? Why should the Nagaland be the last state for you to go?
Sorry, sir, I don't see it as a last state, but the other states were slightly higher in preference. So since I've opted for it, so I am okay.
Suppose you are given Indian Police Service in Nagaland, yes, cadre, then?
Definitely, sir, I will gratefully take it.
Okay. And then coordinator, and then your service preference. First Indian Administrative Service, second Indian Foreign Service, third Indian Police Service. We have seen that your brother was not very much comfortable about police service, but you are obviously. And you are one of the few candidates who has given foreign service as the second preference. Why? Why foreign service second preference? What is so great about foreign service?
So predominantly two reasons. Firstly, India is an emerging power, and India is doing great in the foreign relations. India expanding its reach as a global superpower. So in that way, the foreign services play an important role. Secondly, the foreign services also have diversified. For example, they have been the export ambassadors. They have been promoting the sports and Olympics membership and all. So the role of services have expanded beyond the traditional roles.
Okay. Well, I won't have any other questions. Please.
Samir, you are presently employed with RBI.
Yes, ma'am.
Mumbai. Did you read today's newspaper?
Just I glanced through that Times of India.
Is there a news related to RBI?
Yes, ma'am. There is a news.
What was it?
Yesterday there was a bomb scare. A mail came to RBI that 11 locations will be bombed, and they demand the resignation of Honorable Finance Minister and our Governor Shri Shaktikant Das, sir.
Chalo, good. Okay, generic question. Take it as if I don't know anything about your country. How would you brief me about that?
Firstly, ma'am, geographically it is I think the 5th or 7th largest country in the world.
How do I know your country? Start like that. I know nothing where you belong to. So now you need to introduce me about your country.
My country is located in the Asian continent. Secondly, it is culturally it is a diverse country which have different religions and different cultures. Thirdly, it is it is a peninsular thing, so surrounded by waters from three sides. And fourthly, it is as I said, one of the largest countries in the world, and second most populous country in the world. And lastly, I will say that the country is an emerging superpower. It is now the voice of the global south, and it is one of the aspirants of becoming the permanent member in the UN Security Council.
Why is India called a net security provider in Indian Ocean?
So there are three reasons for this. Firstly, India has been supporting the humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations. Secondly, India has been
so have been many other countries in the region.
Yes, secondly, because they have been also providing arms support to the countries, like exporting arms. Thirdly, they have been conducting joint exercises with these different countries. And lastly, India has a good presence in the region, in this Indian Ocean region.
Yeah, that should be the first. That India has more than 7,000
square miles
of its coastal line, which is biggest in the region.
Now to add on, you should have started I belong to India. You said what not about India, but I didn't know which country, to be precise. Isn't it? You didn't use the word ki my country is India, and thereafter what all is there? Biggest democracy which was missing. Okay. Well, few relevant points. And engineering, banking, administrative services. Why this zigzag?
Mama, when I joined the engineering field, I decided that seeing the factors that I want to prepare for civil services. And when I was started for civil services, I wanted to be independent also. So I started looking for options that can be cleared with the exams and that provide same opportunities. RBI Grade B was the best opportunity possible. So I cleared the exam and then continued my preparation for civil services.
Okay,
but your option was not one of the engineering subjects or science subjects.
Okay, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Sociology is your optional subject.
Yes, sir.
So, throw some light on the thoughts and ideas of Max Weber.
So Max Weber was one of the prominent thinkers. His ideas mainly, as we have read, are firstly on bureaucracy. That his ideal type of bureaucracy that.
So he should be more of an administrative thinker or a sociologist?
I think he was one of the pioneers who brought these disciplines together actually.
Okay.
He was he brought the sociological thought into that.
Okay. What is the basic difference between sociology and anthropology as a discipline?
Sociology, sir, is about the present society and it's about the modern society. Anthropology is about the ancient and primitive societies. Secondly, sociology is about our society. Anthropology is studying other society. Thirdly, sociology is more about political aspects, and then anthropology is about cultural aspects more on that.
And social anthropology?
That is the meeting point of two disciplines actually.
Okay. Can you explain something about Manrega from a sociological point of view? Some advantages, some positive things.
So firstly, empowerment. Women empowerment is there. Agency to women because they have an income for them that they can use. So it reduces the alienation that they suffer from this. Secondly,
how does it empower women? Please elaborate a little bit more.
Secondly, it gives a source of income to them. This income is directly transferred to their bank accounts. This can then be used by them for different needs of the household as well as their children, also meeting their personal needs. Secondly, the work that is done in Manrega, like construction of toilets, also is done and other activities. So that also helps them that also helps the women.
Can't you say to give some kind of financial independence and power of decision making?
Definitely, that's
to the women.
Yes.
Okay. Now I get you in some situation. Say you are stuck in a situation where there is a fire in your house and only 4 people are present. You, your wife, your mother and your father. Among your mother and wife, whom will you save first? And why?
Sir, I will save my mother first. The reason being that My mother is basically is
So you will leave your wife. You will not take care of her.
sir, I will take, but she is very much capable of taking care of herself actually. So I will first take
But
care
you
of.
need to do something about it. So you have to save any one of them first, or you have to respond first to save one particular person.
I will respond to save my mother first, and seeing the response that I give, my wife will definitely knowing that I will be saving my mother first, so she will also be
Your
prepared.
father will save your mother, and you can save your wife. Isn't it possible?
But if I get opportunity, I will save my mother. But
If he has the option to say first. Correct.
You are becoming too emotional. Okay. Anyways, you understand the concept of kinship, right?
yes, sir.
So if you look at the Vedic society, which unit among the tribal groups, what is the term used for kinship, if I ask you?
Vedic
Or,
society.
I would say which group was an example of kinship? There is a word called wish.
Wish, grama, like these
Does it
words.
relate to kinship?
Gopa.
So what is kinship?
Kinship is a set of relations that are considered as relatives based on blood relations or marriage relationships.
So if I ask you to give some kind of hierarchy in Vedic society, the society population increases and the group size increases. So which will be the smallest group and which will be the biggest group?
Vishya, Grama, Gopa, and Rashtra.
Gopa is
Gopa is a group of villages.
okay, and the lowest level is
Jana is the
Jan's tribe,
Jana.
and the chief or head of the tribe was called
Sorry, sir, I don't remember.
Rajana.
Haan.
In Andhra Pradesh, they still use the word Ra with a lot of gist and anger. The reason is this.
Okay.
Okay. Anyways, what are your hobbies?
So basically, firstly, playing badminton. That is and secondly, I've been associated with a child shelter home.
So what is the difference between these two games, badminton and lawn tennis? What are the similarities? Okay.
So they can first similarity is that they can play singles, doubles, mixed doubles. Secondly, they are racket sports. And third, they involve this net and division of court into this outer gallery, cider gallery. Though the dimensions are different, but the structure of the court is almost like same.
Any important players you know in the field of badminton which are not playing at present from the past?
Prakash Padukone ji, Pulela Gopijan ji, Aparna Popat ji.
Any of them serving as what you can say coaches of present players?
Pulela Gopijan ji was a coach of PV Sindhu, and Prakash Padukone ji I think was also coached Saina Nehwal ji, I think, if I'm not wrong, and Mr. Vimesh Fogart was Vimal Kumar.
Shuttle is made from the feather of which birds?
Duck is there. Duck and goose is there.
That's why they call it duck?
Oh, so, like
Okay. Current affairs. A lot is going on in the world, and there has been the news we are hearing that there are some unknown people involved in killing of terrorists, sometimes in Canada, sometimes in Pakistan, and sometimes they are pointing fingers at RAW. What is your opinion about it?
So RAW is India's intelligence agency. So it is not an aggressive but a defensive mechanism. So in my opinion, RAW is without substantial evidences. It is not right to point fingers at that agency because it is more for defense of the country, not for attacking the adversaries.
And what is your opinion about this Pannu case where the Americans have made allegations against India? India has responded in a different manner when it comes to dealing with this case regarding vis-a-vis America, and when it comes to dealing with Canada in the Niger case.
So I said I'm not able to remember the exact contours of the case, but maybe the relations of the country are different, so the response could have been molded by that, or maybe the intricacies of the case may be different.
What should be your response if you are the diplomat representing India when it comes to dealing with the Americans, and why?
So firstly, the facts have to be on the table, that whatever are the facts should be tabled. Secondly, diplomatic channels should be there no more talking in the media should be there. Like media, there are a lot of things that are coming out. And thirdly, the relationship.
Somebody is speaking from the American soil against India, and we have proof in the open that he is having that anti-India stance. So, what should be your take on that?
So this has to be raised at the highest diplomatic level with the American government that this is not right, and that this may have a negative impact on India.
You come from Bhopal, right?
Yes, sir.
So, throw some light on the history of Bhopal, how the name emerged, and what happened in the pre-independence phase.
So Bhopal first emerged in around 10th century. It is believed that King Bhoja, he was the ruler of Parmar dynasty, and he made some. That name is derived from him only. That Bhoj.
Is there a lake nearby?
Yes, Upper Lake, Raja Bhoj Lake. So he made actually a dam basically to have some water. So that dam actually made into a lake. And regarding the pre-independence, it has been ruled by Gond dynasties, different dynasties, and
Was there a Nawab of Bhopal?
Nawab Hamidullah Khan was the last Nawab of Bhopal, and before them the Begums were there, the famous Begums.
Bhopal was one such, I think, principality which did not want to
Yes.
join the Indian Union.
Eventually it joined on June
What
1949.
happened?
Nawab Hamidullah had good relations with the then Prime Minister Shri Jawaharlal Nehru ji also. And since it was a Muslim predominantly population, so they wanted a different status like Hyderabad. But eventually, with the efforts of Sardar Patel ji and Jawaharlal Nehru,
What is the role of Lord Mountbatten, the last English Viceroy of India?
in the making of Bhopal,
Now, in the integration of Bhopal into the Indian Union,
sorry, specifically about Bhopal,
he was more close to Lord Mountbatten. He used to play with him golf or something like that.
Nawab
There he
Hamidullah
was
Khan.
advised by
Acha,
Mountbatten
Okay.
that it is not practical to be part of, to remain independent.
Okay.
So you should be joining the Indian Union, and he gave in.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, fine. Sir, over to you.
Samir,
Yes, sir.
I find your postings very funny. First, you were assistant manager,
Yes, sir.
then you became assistant,
Yes, sir.
then you became manager.
Yes, sir.
Are they demoting you or they're promoting you? What is happening?
So it was a promotion only because I went from IDBI Bank to the Reserve Bank of India, that is the country's central bank, and then I cleared the exam in RBI and became a manager officer.
From assistant manager, you became assistant, not even manager.
So actually, the RBI recruits at two levels only, at manager level and assistant level. So I wanted to go to RBI, so I joined as an assistant, and then I gave civil services and grade B also, and then I cleared the manager exam.
Okay. In your engineering college, you are head of the placement cell or something.
Yes.
What have you seen there? Many people want to join these companies. Naturally, most of you want to join the companies. Why not become entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a good field. Why join companies? What is the reason? Given choice, you would also like to join some company. Why not become entrepreneur after studying engineering from such a good place?
So firstly, people want to join companies because they want to have an exposure. In our college, the exposure was not very high. So they wanted to have exposure of different areas. Secondly, financial security was a role. And thirdly, they want to pursue some post-graduation like MBA and then probably look towards entrepreneurship. But the spirit of entrepreneurship was very much there. That was evident from the placements I could see.
Okay. You appeared many times in the exam.
Yes.
Why are you not passing? You're such an intelligent boy, studied from the top institution. What is the reason why are you not passing?
So there are reasons like sometimes I was not able to clear prelims because of I made some silly mistakes in the exam. Mains I was not able to clear because I was presentation was not up to the mark. And last year I went to the interview and maybe I was not able to answer the question satisfactorily. So it is my mistake only, but I am working on that so that I can clear this time.
Okay. Why not pursue electrical engineering, what you have studied? You would have helped this moon mission, Mars mission, bright engineer. Have you ever thought about it?
Yes, sir, I thought about it. I joined because of reasons like that only.
But you are joining banks. You are not joining any institution which space kind of thing or engineering institution. You're joining banks.
Sir, because this was my aim to join civil services, so it was, as I said, it was like a road to join like civil services. In that, I joined the banks, but aim has been the civil services, not electronics, because I think I can be a better administrator vis-a-vis this field.
When did you have this aim?
So when I was in the second year of the college, when I looked closely at the professions of my father and mother, they are all government servants. And third year when I joined the NGO when I was in college, so that developed that.
Which way, as you are a collector, which way this electrical and electronics engineer will help you?
So firstly, India is doing a lot in the renewable energy sector. So if a collector is there, the person can see the potential of the renewable energy in the district and can take steps for that. Secondly, regarding semiconductor industries also India are promoting those industries. So the collector can use the knowledge and the skills to actually set up some industries and help in setting up these industries in the district. It would create more employment also.
How many brothers are you?
So I have one younger brother, Dr.
You are the elder.
Yes.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of being an elder brother? Advantages, disadvantages.
So advantages, firstly, that you have somebody to support you as a younger brother and you can guide somebody.
That's not your advantage.
Like you can.
What is your advantage? What is the advantage of being an elder brother and disadvantages of being an elder brother? Specific.
So advantage means you can guide, like if you are making some mistakes, I am making some mistakes in my life, I can always tell my younger brother that you don't make those mistakes.
But that's not advantage.
Advantage for the family and for individual also, seeing my younger
advantage
brother.
of being an elder brother. First tell me advantage.
Sir, honestly, I don't feel like there is any particular advantage because it's a very equal relationship that we have in the family.
Okay,
and
then disadvantage.
What are the disadvantages of becoming an elder brother?
Sir, you have always have to perform well, and because your younger brother looks up at
Set
you,
an example.
set an example. And secondly, all the family responsibilities.
This is advantage or disadvantage?
So sometimes sometimes expectations may be a bit higher, so that becomes a disadvantage. Although should also be advantage and something is also motivation, but sometimes it can act.
So you are not clear what are the advantages, what are the disadvantages?
Sir, I don't feel any advantages.
There is no advantage of being elder.
So I cannot recall any as such advantage that being an elder brother. As being a disadvantage, I will say that sometimes the expectations you always have to be up to the mark, and that is there. And secondly, the family responsibilities. Firstly, you are expected to perform all those responsibilities.
Okay, sir.
Now, just one or two small things. Who wrote the book India Way? The India Way. The recent book. Dr. S. Jaishankar.
Okay, sir.
Who was Kuldeep Nayyar?
Sir, he was associated. He was taken by.
Pardon?
He was taken hold by Pakistan. Actually, he was
Yeah, he was a writer. Who played Field Marshal Manik Shah in the movie Sam?
Mr. Vicky Kaushal.
There was a recent controversy, recent news about 300 Indians trying to go to Uruguay from Romania and who were stopped in France. What was that?
Sorry, sir, I have not followed that news. I will just check that.
Okay, it was because 300 plus Indians were there. They were going to, and they in those numbers there were some minors, and it was suspected that they are involved in. They are being taken to US via Uruguay. That is human trafficking, and they were sent back except 20 who had applied for asylum. Now, what is the difference? Last one. What is the difference between a police commissioner and an IG of the zone?
So, police commissioner has wider powers as compared to IG, and he or she can pass the orders also regarding the arrest. Whereas IG cannot pass the orders, DM passes the order, and the arrest have to be taken by the IGs.
And difference between collector and district magistrate, because in MP generally they call it collector.
So collector is basically about revenue collection of the district, and different committees. He is a single point of contact. District magistrate is about law and order maintenance. different area like licenses, armed licenses, and these are
Plus, he is also revenue collector.
revenue.
So nomenclature sometimes is wrong. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Nice. Thank you.